Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Janelle and I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And in today's video, I'm kind of excited because today I want to be sharing with you guys some tips on how to grow your YouTube channel and just how to gain a better following, how to utilize all of the aspects on YouTube so that your channel can be recommended more. So if you guys are interested in starting a YouTube channel or just interested in learning how to improve your channel a little bit more, then definitely please keep watching. Before you go anywhere, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified every Monday, Wednesday, Friday when I upload. So that's so fast. Okay. If you click on this video, I'm pretty sure that you're interested in either starting a YouTube channel or growing yours. So me currently, I don't really have that large of a following. I think I've gained a significant, especially over the course of like the last 2 years once I started actually implementing these tips. And the reason why, although I don't have a large following, the reason why I feel that I can give this advice is because I've also done all the wrong things and seen like no results. And then I literally saw that just by implementing these things, my channel slowly starting to pick up. So I wanted to share it with you guys. So any of you, even if you've had a channel for a while and you just feel like it's kind of plateaued or like you're not sure what's going on, hopefully these can be helpful for you. So my first tip is more so for when you're starting off your channel. And if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel, go for it. Like, it's never too late. My biggest advice though for your setup would be lighting. You want to make sure that you're putting out content and quality that is just lit up well. Nobody wants to look at like a dark half-lit face or shadows and everything. To be honest, it doesn't even have to be a bunch of dramatic studio lights that a lot of people do. Honestly, when I first started filming YouTube videos, it was in front of like a big natural window like the one behind me. And to be honest, that gives off some of the best light. So just find a good window, find a good spot, and make sure your face is well lit. And I'm not even gonna lie, although I do use studio lights, but for some reason whenever I watch videos and it's just like a YouTuber sitting in front of a window doing their makeup or talking with me, I just feel way more connected and related to them because it doesn't feel like this huge production. So don't hesitate, don't feel like you need to buy a bunch of stuff, just get some good lighting. My second advice for starting a YouTube channel would be good camera quality. What I mean by good camera quality is not a super expensive camera. It's more so just your frame. Like, you don't film a YouTube video with your camera like this and you just like in the corner just like chilling. Like, nobody wants to watch that. Don't film one with you here and it's like off-centered. People don't want to see that. Just get like a decent camera and just make sure that you're in frame, make sure that you're in focus. All of the iPhones have amazing cameras to film on. Honestly, a lot of them are better than like regular cameras that you buy. And even smartphones in general, a lot of them have really good quality camera. So if you're starting out, just literally use your iPhone and make sure you're in frame, make sure you're in focus, make sure you're centered, and you're good to go. I also wanted to mention some other affordable cameras for if you're starting out your channel. When I first started my channel, I remember I was using my iPhone 4 camera, and then I remember using my mom's Canon PowerShot, and that was actually really good quality. And I want to say that camera is like $200 or $150. It's not that expensive. Sony also has really good cameras. Those are going to be more in like $300, $400, $500 range. And then Canon, the Canon T3i is a great beginner camera. That one, I remember when I purchased it, it was like $350, but it's honestly gone down. Also, if you're interested in any of the camera equipment that I use, I can link my YouTube studio setup and I go in depth through everything that I use. It's honestly relatively affordable. Like, I do invest, but not like crazy amounts of money like some of these YouTubers do. My next advice for you is to stay consistent. And I know if you watch videos like this regularly, you're gonna hear this all the time. And I remember I would hear this tip all the time and I was like, yeah, I can be that one-off that can upload every 2 weeks or once a month and, you know, still have a successful YouTube channel. And it is really easy to kind of get off of a schedule for uploading, especially when you get caught up in life and you have a job. When I first started my channel, I remember I was working 2 jobs. One was full-time and I was going to school, and YouTube ended up falling on the back burner. But if you stay consistent, you are going to reap what you sow. So all that time that is going into editing your videos and filming it, people are actually going to come back and watch it if you stay consistent, because they're going to know when to come back and see you. I recommend at least uploading one video a week and pick a set day to upload. That was another tip that I always ignored. I was just kind of like, okay, even if I do it once a week, I could pick any day. But I found that once I gave people like a set day or time that I was gonna upload, they were more likely to come back. And then if I didn't upload on that day, I honestly started receiving comments from people that were like, hey, where'd you go? Like, it just gets people in the mindset that you're gonna upload, they're ready to watch your video for that day. And it honestly becomes like that TV show that you look forward to each week. That's what your channel could be. Another thing that will help with this tip that definitely helped me, because I have a job, I go to school, so it can get really hard to balance everything out, but keep a planner, schedule out the days that you're gonna upload. And this one I have to film the video, edit, upload, and then I have another video scheduled here, IG pictures that I'm gonna post for the video. Literally write it all out, plan it all out in the beginning of the week, or honestly even in the beginning of the month, whenever you have your work schedule, and look at the times where you can film the video, then pick another day to edit, then another day to upload. If you break it up like that, it doesn't seem as overwhelming. And by writing it down and planning it out, it also doesn't feel overwhelming or like some big burden, because you have everything scheduled ahead of time. So now you have no excuse to be like, oh, something came up, or I didn't realize that was gonna work. All right, so now I'm gonna get more into like the analytical side, I guess, of YouTube. I haven't really delved too much deep into it, but I have noticed by implementing these things, it does really help with, I guess, the analytics of your video. My first tip is to utilize everything that YouTube has to offer in your video, on like YouTube stories. Whenever you're utilizing everything that a platform has to offer, to me it's almost like they like it and then they want to promote you more. So when you're uploading a YouTube video, make sure you're putting a good title. Make sure you are putting the description of the video, and in your description box of your video, you want to include your title or the keywords that are in your title. By doing that, it'll help it so that whenever somebody's searching your content, it'll pop up, because YouTube will know, okay, your video is focusing on this. Not only did you mention what the video was about in your title, you also mentioned it in your description box, and you also want to make sure you're verbally saying it in like the first minute of your video, so that YouTube will also catch that. And when somebody is searching for whatever your video is about, if you have it in your title description box and you're verbally saying it, it's going to recommend your video more. Whereas if you only put what your video is about in your title, YouTube isn't gonna recommend it as much. Another tip is to utilize the tags. So just like how you can like kind of hashtag on Instagram, YouTube has an option where you can add tags. So make sure in your tags you're putting the keywords in your title. Make sure that you're also putting other search terms that people might look up that are similar to your video, and that way your video will pop up more. So you want to utilize your title, your description box, and your tags, and you also want to verbally say it. Also for your videos, you want to make sure that when you upload them, you are adding end cards. So YouTube has an option, once your video is completely uploaded, you can add end cards. And to be honest, I just discovered this, like I just started doing this. And by adding those end cards, it'll recommend other videos to the people viewing your video. So that way, instead of the person scrolling to another person's video that may be underneath, they can see your video pop up and click on it, and they will keep watching your videos. And the more that people watch your videos, the more watch time your channel is getting. And with more watch time comes the more that YouTube will recommend your videos, your channel, and so on. So on the topic of watch time, YouTube really focuses on that because they obviously want to keep people on the platform. So if people are watching your entire video, they're going to be more likely to recommend it. And you'd be very surprised that people do not watch your entire video. You may upload a 30-minute long video and people may only watch 2 minutes of it. So you want to do your absolute best at keeping your viewers locked on your videos. You want to keep them watching it as long as possible, because the longer your watch time, the more YouTube will recommend. With that being said, I don't suggest uploading a video under 10 minutes, because if your video is under 10 minutes, say your video is 4 minutes and people are just clicking through it, it could be like a watch time of 30 seconds. So obviously YouTube doesn't want that, so they're not gonna recommend your content as much. So try to keep your videos at 10 minutes or a little bit over 10 minutes. That way your audience is captured in your content. It's a longer video, so they will most likely spend more than 30 seconds watching your whole video. And do your best to captivate your audience, stay engaged with them as you are recording. That way people want to watch more of you and don't want to just skip on and go on to your next video. Alright, my next tip for you guys is to just take your time making your thumbnail. Thumbnails are so important, and I didn't realize that maybe until like a year ago or 2 years ago. I spend anywhere between 30 minutes to sometimes even an hour creating a thumbnail and making sure that the images are really polished and making sure that I'm adding nice text that is legible on it or adding graphic images to it. So really take your time taking a good thumbnail picture, take your time adding like font or a title to it, or just something that's also gonna draw people in, because not all the time when people are scrolling through YouTube, especially on their mobile app, they're not really gonna read your title. But if your thumbnail pops up big, they see your face, it's a clean picture, and then you have it in big font, what the video is about, or something that's gonna capture their attention, they're gonna be more likely to click on your video. So just really take your time doing that. Some of my favorite apps for thumbnails are Yes Express, PixArt, Fonto, and PicMonkey. I'll leave like the icons of the apps here so that way you guys can see it. But those are great for adding text to your thumbnail. Ooh, my next piece of advice kind of like goes in hand with just like utilizing everything that YouTube has to offer. So with that, just stay active on YouTube. Stay active watching other viewers. Stay active commenting on other people's things. Don't be that person though that comments on everyone's video telling people to subscribe, because I feel like that's kind of like a turnoff. It doesn't really draw people into you, and then it also comes off as like spam when you're commenting those things on like bigger YouTubers. So try your best not to do that, but just stay engaged, stay commenting, stay active. I have found that whenever I post literally genuine comments, I never comment to be like, ooh, I want people to look at me, but I would post like genuine comments on some of my favorite YouTubers, and then I would get like a comment randomly from somebody who was scrolling through the comments that was like, oh my gosh, I found your page, your makeup is so good, or oh my gosh, I love your content. It has happened before, and it was like a pleasant surprise because I was just genuinely commenting. Somebody noticed my YouTube picture, clicked on it, watched some videos, so I thought that was really cool. On the note of staying active, I also think it's super important to be active on Instagram as well. So for the longest, honestly, this is like up until quarantine started, I was like never active on Instagram. I don't know. Like for me, it's so easy to connect on YouTube, but to do videos on like Insta story or just be active on Instagram and put out photo content, like it was never really in my comfort zone for some reason. But ever since that I have started to become more active on Instagram, I realized that a lot of my viewers are active on Instagram too. So it's just another way for you to stay engaged with your audience. It's also a way for you to reach different audiences, and then not only will they be attracted to your Instagram page, they will be drawn to your YouTube, and it's just kind of like a big triangle. Active on your Instagram, promote your YouTube on your Instagram too, and it's just another way for you to reach more people and just stay engaged with your subscribers. My next tip, it sounds so cliche, but it's so true. Just let loose and be yourself. Don't try to go on camera trying to sound like picture perfect. Don't try to just be somebody that you're not, because honestly, it's so easy to read, I guess, as a viewer. Like you can tell when someone's just like not genuine. So just be yourself. I had this issue, not necessarily with being myself, but with letting loose. I used to be like so shy on camera. Not really that I was shy, I just wouldn't open up as much because naturally I'm the type of person that like doesn't like sharing too much of myself with even close friends and families. Like I'm just very to myself. So to open up to people that I don't even know, it was very strange to me. But the more slowly I started to break down barriers and just be more raw and real in myself and just share the things that mean so much to me, the more that I started engaging more. And now I literally feel like a lot of you guys who are watching this video, a lot of my subscribers, like I genuinely feel connection. Like I feel like we're friends. And I know a lot of you guys individually by like names and stuff, where when you comment on my video, I get excited because I don't know, I literally just feel like we're friends. So just be yourself, let loose, and get engaged with the people that are watching. That being said, also reply to a lot of your comments, especially if you're a smaller influencer. It's so easy to do. Don't take your viewers for granted. Like, build a relationship with them. It honestly ends up giving you fuel to create more content. And I don't know, like, it's just great. You just feel way more engaged with your audience. And my last and final tip is to just get started. I know so many people and friends who tell me how much they want to start a YouTube channel, but they just get so scared to try. They try to make everything so perfect. At the end of the day, no matter how much research you do, your first video isn't going to be perfect. Even if you have the perfect setup, even if you think that you're going to go in strong, like it's not going to be perfect. So just get started. You're gonna learn as you go. Even all these tips, you're gonna slowly improve as you go. You're not gonna get it right the first time around, but if you don't start, it's never gonna grow and you're never gonna build that audience. And if you keep waiting, another year is gonna go by, and that could have been so much growth within that year. So just get started. Don't overthink it so much. Don't worry about what people are gonna think about you. That was honestly my biggest concern for the longest. I never even liked sharing that I had a YouTube channel because I just cared too much about what people thought. And then finally, once I stopped caring, that's when things started getting better, because at the end of the day, people are gonna have an opinion about what you do, no matter what you do. They're gonna have an opinion about you, whether you are perfect or terrible. Like, people are always gonna have something to say. So might as well do what you wanna do. Don't worry about everything being perfect. Get started and just live your life. Yeah, I believe that wraps it up for all my tips. If I think of more tips that I didn't mention in this video, I can make like a part 2 of this video. If you guys did enjoy this video or found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And like I said, if you guys are also interested in like my setup for how I film my YouTube videos, I'll leave that video link down below. I believe that's everything. I love you all. I pray that you'll stay safe, and I hope that if you're watching this and if you've been thinking about starting a channel, that you just go for it and you do it. I love you guys. Bye.